Hello guys, welcome to the ninth part of Angular-10 series of tutorials. In the previous tutorials, we had seen a couple of one-way data binding techniques. They are string interpolation and property binding. In both the cases, data flows from TypeScript code to HTML template. Let's discuss about event binding. When user interacts with an application in the form of a keyboard movement or a mouse click or a mouse over, it generates an event. These events need to be handled to perform some kind of actions. This is where event binding comes into picture. Event binding is also one-way data binding technique. But in this case, data flows from HTML template to TypeScript code. It is used to handle the events raised from the DOM. When a specific DOM event happens, example like click, change, key up, will call the respective specified methods in the component. For example, the change title method from the component is called when the button is clicked. These are the different types of events that we are going to use quite regularly. Each event can be associated to the function in the component. With this information, let's drive to the Visual Studio Code and do few examples. We are back to Visual Studio Code. Offline, I have removed the code that we have worked in the last tutorials. I just added one h1 tag by binding it with title property using string interpolation. Let's add a button element and bind it with a click event. Let's add a button with the display name as log. So the expectation is we need to display a message in the console stating that hello from click event when we click the log button. To do that, we need to bind this button with the click event and assign a function to it. Let's create a function called log message. So we need to create log message function inside the respective component. And currently what we're trying to do is we just want to display the message in the console. So for that, let me add console.log and add a message like flow from, we can add like click event. Perfect. With these changes, let's launch the browser. Okay, we are able to see the log button in the UI. So let's launch the browser developer tools and see whether we are able to display the message or not when we click the button. Let me clear the console, and when I click on the log, there we go, we are able to render the message. Okay, let's create one more button element with the display name as change title. The expectation with this button is we need to change the title when we click on this change title button. So to do that, we need to bind this button with the click event, and let us add a method change title. Okay, let us create change title method inside the component. So we need to invoke the title property. So to do that, we need to call like this start title equal to we can add the text like demo event binding. Okay, let's launch the browser. Perfect. We are able to view the change title button. Currently, the title is Demo Angular. Let's see whether the title is changing or not when we click on the change title button. Perfect. The title is changed to Demo Event Binding when we click on change title button. So everything is working as expected. That's all pretty much for this episode. Thanks for watching.